Hi viewers, welcome to SS Bhushan's channel. I am SS Bhushan. In my earlier class, we dealt with personal, compound personal, demonstrative pronouns. Now we shall deal with the remaining pronouns. That is indefinite pronoun. What is meant by indefinite pronoun? The pronoun which speaks about something indefinitely is called indefinite pronoun. That means there won't be any particularization. There won't be any details mentioned about a particular thing or a person. Then it is called indefinite pronoun. Now, for example, what are the indefinite pronouns? One, that is spoken in general. One must love one's country. One must always speak truth. One has to be careful about one's health. So all these things are called, in all these sentences I used one. This one is called indefinite pronoun. Means anyone. Next, coming to none. Now look at this example. None. None of my friends are here or is here. Singular. We can use this none both in singular and plural. For example, none of my friends are here also correct. Is here is also correct. Next one. Nobody comes to your rescue. For example, you are in some danger. Then nobody comes to your rescue. And that means nobody wants to help you. So here in this sentence, nobody comes to your rescue. This indicates that it must be always used in singular verb form. Next, nothing has been known about him or nothing has been written about him. So in this sentence we can understand that it is used in the singular verb. What is that? Nothing. The indefinite pronoun nothing. Next one. In the next sentence, none is ready to help me. That means no one is ready to help me. So here no one is ready to help me. Here this one is also used as singular verb. So here we can understand that no one is ready to help me. Next one, some. Another indefinite pronoun is some. Another indefinite pronoun is some are born wealthy. It is always used in the some is always used in plural form. Some are wealthy. Some are born wealthy. Some books are to be chewed. Some books are to be digested. Some books are to be chewed and digested. Some books are to be chewed. Some books are to be tasted. Some books are to be chewed and digested, which is said by Francis Bacon. Okay. So in this sentence, this some, we can understand this indefinite pronoun. After this one, are is followed. So it is always used in the plural verb. Next one, someone opened the door. This is also used in the singular verb form only. This indefinite pronoun is also used in the singular verb form. Something must be done to it. Something must be done to it. In this sentence also singular verb is used. Next one, somebody knocked my door. This is also used in the singular verb form. Somebody. In the same one, any one of you can speak here. Any one of you can talk English. Any one of you can speak fluently. So in this sentence, anyone, it is used in the singular form here. It is used in the singular form only. Next one, anybody can give my address. It is used as singular verb only. Next one, anything. After this anybody, anything. Another indefinite pronoun. Anything is possible to a hard worker. All is also another indefinite pronoun. All are equal but are more equal. Okay? It is used in the plural sense only. It is used in the plural sense. It is used in the plural sense only. Next one. Few attended the class. This indefinite pronoun few is always used in the plural form. It is addressed to plural people or things. Next one, many of us believe in the many of us believe in the rebirth. So this many also tells that it must be used in the plural verb form. Next one, several people are suspicious about him. Several girls are beautiful. Several Indians are innocent, or several Indians are honest. So in these sentences we use this several to show that we are indicating plural verb form, or it is addressed to large number of people. So plural verb form must be used with several. So once again, what are the indefinite pronouns? One, none, nobody, nothing, no one, some, someone, something, somebody. Next, anyone, anything, all, few, many, several. These are the indefinite pronouns. So what is the meaning of indefinite pronoun? The pronoun that is used in an indefinite sense is called indefinite pronoun. Once more, somebody knocked the door. I can't say whether it is Raju, Ram or Srinu or Philomena Joseph or Gracie's sister or somebody knocked my door. I can't say that. There is no particularization. I can't specifically say that particular person knocked my door. So all these come under the category of indefinite pronouns. Okay. Now we shall go with the remaining things. Relative pronoun. What is meant by relative pronoun? The word relative indicates or shows that there must be some relation between the sentences or clauses or words. Then only it is called a relative pronoun. Now, relative pronoun, the most commonly used relative pronouns are who, whose, whom, which, that, what, but also, as also are called relative pronouns. Now, coming to this relative pronoun. When do we use this relative pronoun? It is used both in the singular and plural form. For example, in the nominative case, okay, in my earlier class I told when I told the personal pronouns, I told what is meant by nominative case, what is meant by possessive case, and what is meant by objective case. Objective case is also called as accusative case. Okay. Nominative case is also called as subjective case. So anyway, whatever that is written in the subject's place, it is called subjective case. Now coming to this who, it is used both in the singular sense and plural sense. He is the teacher who works hard. For example, simply if we want to say that he is a teacher, that sentence makes good sense. But we want to add something regarding the quality of the teacher, so we wish to say he is the teacher who works hard. This who is called the relative pronoun in this sentence because it shows the relation. It shows the relation between this teacher and some other quality about that teacher. So it is called a relative pronoun. So here it is used in the nominative case or subjective case. Who? Next one. She is the lady whose purse is lost. Whose purse is lost. It is this whose also is used both in the singular and plural form. So she is the lady whose purse is lost. Why can't we say they are the boys whose bus is missed? So in that way we can use that one in the plural sense. Hope you understood. Next one in the same manner, this one. He is the teacher who works hard. They are the students who work hard. Who work, not works. Who work hard. Next one. Whom. It is used in the singular sense and plural sense also in the accusative case or objective case. These are the students whom or who all praise. Whom or who all praise. So both of them are common in use, but most commonly these are the students who all praise. One is formal and the other one is informal. Generally, whom all praise is more formal. Next comes who. It is informal. Next one, which. It is used both in the nominative case as well as in the accusative case. both in the singular sense and in the plural sense. This is the office which belongs to me. This is the office which belongs to me. In the plural sense, these are the people, these are the offices. Let us say these are the offices which comes under UDA. These are the offices which comes under the control of state government. So here it is used under both singular sense and plural sense. Next one. The office which I work is very big. In this sentence also, just only to indicate that it is used in the accusative case, I use this example. Okay. Next one. That. Coming to other relative pronoun. It shows relation. He that has no debts is rich. A person who has no loans is very rich. He can be contented. He can be satisfied with what he has. Okay. Now, he that has no debts is rich. So this can be used both in the singular sense and the plural sense. They that have no debts are rich. In the same manner. Next one. Buy any dress that you like. It is used in the accusative case. In the objective case. Next one. What? It is used only in the singular case. It is used only in the singular case. What has happened is very clear. What has happened is very clear. It is used in the nominative case. I do what I speak. It is used in the accusative case. Okay. So simply these who, whose, whom, which, that, what are called relative pronouns because they show some relation. Okay. They show some relation with the other parts or with other clauses, with other sentences. Now, coming to the next one. Compound relative pronoun. Okay. What is meant by compound relative? In our earlier class also, when we dealt with the pronouns, we used the word compound personal pronouns for reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Myself, ourselves, etc. are called reflexive pronouns or compound personal. So when I told that compound personal, when I explained that compound personal pronouns, I said that when two words are joined to make a new word, that is called a compound word. So here too, compound relative pronoun means there will be a keyword, and to that root word, this ever, so, soever are used. For example, here you can just find whoever, who plus ever, compound word. So compound relative pronoun, because these two are added or joined or combined, it is called compound relative pronoun. So teach whichever. See in this sentence, first one, whoever learns English is welcome. Means any person. Any person. We are welcoming any person. Whoever learns English is welcome. Teach whichever class you like. Means any class. Whether it is MPC or BPC or BZC or HEC or CEC, whatsoever may be the group. Teach whichever class you like, or take whichever class you like, or attend whichever class you like. Next one. What plus ever. Whatever he speaks, he stands by it. There will be persons who always stand by truth. There will be persons who always stand by the promises which they make. So here, whatever he speaks, he stands by it. So anything, whatever the promise which he makes, he stands by it. Next one. You can pick out whomsoever you choose. Means any person of your choice. For example, there is somebody who wants to take somebody. Who wants to take the help of somebody. Then I say, you can pick out whomsoever you choose according to your wish. You can pick out any You can pick out any boy or girl, whomsoever you choose. So here it is used in a person. Whenever I go to Chennai, I never forget to meet Radha. Whenever I go to Vishaka, I never forget to meet Sridhar. So here it is used when and ever. Okay, whenever means anytime, at any time. Next one, I shall never forget David wherever he works, to whatever the place he goes. I never forget David. I never forget Srinu. I never forget Mike. Wherever he works or in whichever department. In this one, in whichever. Okay, in whatever the department he works. We can use that. So, hope you understood what is meant by compound relative pronoun. Okay, we shall deal with the remaining pronouns in the next class also. Yeah, so once again, I request my dear viewers to watch SS Bhushan English channel right from the beginning, that is grammar 1, grammar 2, grammar 3, grammar 4, like that. There will be a sequence. Please like, share and subscribe SS Bhushan. Thank you for watching my channel.